What is up, guys? Welcome back to the first crypto channel, the most savage and degenerate crypto channel. My name's Khaos Kris, and I'll be your host today. Before I have this video, smash that like button, hit the subscribe button, and turn on bell notifications so I can keep you guys updated with the latest, greatest news and information within the space. With that being said, let's hop right in this video. So, the market's looking very interesting right now. I know you guys have been keeping your eye on it. Pulsechain blowing up, a couple other blockchains. But there's blood in the streets on Bitcoin. It's pretty crazy. So, a lot of FUDs going around, but the craziest part about what's going on Pulsechain is our favorite PRC20 tokens and a few altcoins on Pulsechain is absolutely exploding, which is awesome. Now, why is this live stream going to be extremely important? There's a good chance that we will see some sort of bull trap or some sort of market downtrend in the foreseeable future. A lot of people have been predicting it. You know, I don't have a crystal ball or whatnot, but the main reason why I want to do a live stream like this is, number one, talk about what's going on with Pedi and Atropa, but also talk about coins that could potentially be really great bets, especially when we see blood in the streets. Because please keep in mind, we're about to get to probably one of the greatest bull markets in history. And we're going to see a lot of these coins go absolutely bananas. So when you have a market downtrend and you have a buying opportunity, this is the time to start doing research, looking for plays, and basically packing your bags. Because when we start hitting this next leg up, the floor on a lot of these altcoins are going to rise extremely quickly. And when that happens, it's going to be less of incentivization to get into these coins. So we got another awesome live stream. We're going to cover all altcoins on Pulsechain, get into some Pedi and Atropa, and maybe talk about some those PRC20s that you guys just absolutely love. So while everyone gets into the chat, let's just take a little look-a-rooski at the trading charts. Now, where are we right now? So essentially, we came up here, ETF approved. Now we just corrected down. And we dipped down to as low as 38,509. Now, something that I was looking at earlier, I don't know if I drew my uptrend chart. Yeah. So let's see if I can zoom out on this. So basically, right now we have this trend line coming up here, and this is something I've been seeing with a lot of the traders. And so basically, we're following this correlation where we're going up. Actually, wait, hold on. I think it's like more like this. Yeah. So it's like a trend line coming across here. So basically we're coming back from the last bull market. We're coming up, then we're going down, we're going up, touch that line, going down, touch that line, going down, touch that line, going up, and then coming down. And then we had a skyrocket up. So the idea is there's a good chance that we might start trading down here, and we might come back, retest this trend line, and coming back up and start shooting back to test all-time highs on Bitcoin. Now, why are trend lines important in crypto? Overall, trend lines are going to be our best measurement of what's going to happen to the future. Obviously, these price charts don't go into a straight line. But if you can figure if we're in a positive uptrend or a negative downtrend, that can make significant decisions on your market trading. Now, the one thing that's pretty obvious to everybody is, yes, we are definitely in an uptrend. Now, the question is, how low is this retracement going to come down? Now, if you look at this uptrend line, this trend line that I drew, some people are speculating that we could get as low as 32K. So that means it's probably going to trade out here and then maybe come back down and then touch this line like right around 32K. That's a speculation, but there's very few times when any of these predictions come to fruition. So in my opinion, it might be closer to 35, 36K. So in this period of time, when we start to see us go up, and it's actually pretty close to where I predict. I was off by about, I was basically off by about a week or two. So we're coming up here, and then we're probably going to bounce down to this level. This is the time when you want to start looking at altcoins, because I think altcoins are going to get slaughtered. And I also don't think we're going to see another altcoin run based off of the drop in Bitcoin. Now, moving over to crypto bubbles, just seeing what's crack-a-lacking. Pith Network doing really great. That's a big Oracle on Solana. Dude, MIOTA. Is MIOTA ripping right now? dang, dude, they must have had some news where it's actually ripping the outside. So MIOTA does a lot of work with the smart cities, and this one, I think this one was like a dead coin, but somebody was telling me that this actually might be play this market. So I haven't really looked into that. Bitcoin ordinals, most of you guys know BRC20s. I absolutely love BRC20s. Believe it or not, I had the opportunity to get Ordi at like 330 or something like that. And dang, man, I can't believe I faded it, dude. This thing went up to almost $80. That is absolutely crazy. But hey, you win some, you lose some. Optimism going up as well. Layer 2 scaling solutions, always going to be a really, really great play. Now, let's go in the top 200. I still don't know what this WIF token is. I see it every single time. I need to research this thing because now it's starting to bother me. What chain is this thing on? Oh, it's a Solana coin. I got a feeling this might be another. Is this another Solana meme coin that's running? Jeez. Yeah, this thing's absolutely ripping. Well, missed out on that one. Cool. So we got that one. Let's see what else we have. Anything I know up here that's absolutely running? Because I'm not really seeing too many coins. I know. XM, might need to look into that. And then, man, there's a lot of meme coins up here. So Casper. Now, Casper is another interesting blockchain because this one was actually at the Davos Group meeting in Switzerland. And apparently they're doing some sort of collaboration with the World Economic Forum. And so this is one that has yet to rip, but they've been slowly building in the bear market. And plus, you can also earn a high ROI on staking yield. So that's a little wrap up of what's going on in the market. Let's see if we got any questions or anybody in this chat. Oh, wow, we got 23 of you guys. Good to see you guys. Shout out to Rayo X. What's up, man? Hello from Spain. What's good, Chris? All right, chosen coins. Pedi and Atropa full sending. Yeah, we're going to get into that a little bit. Mobius, what's up, brother? It's good to see you, my man. Crypto Hogler. Let's get this crypto. Yes, sir. That's what we're all about, baby. We're all about them games, baby. So I love it. Good stuff. Good to have you guys in here. So, yeah. So, here's basically what we're going to do for this live stream. I'm going to go over some Pedi news. I'm going to get into some altcoins that I think are getting ready to run on Pulsechain, and then we're going to get into PRC20s. If you guys got any questions, if there's any coins that you want me to look at, now's the time to do it because I'm going to keep this partially open so that you guys can ask questions or whatnot. I'm not going to go on a rant like I usually do. Now, starting off, as most of you guys know, one of my personal favorite coins, my baby, Pedi. I absolutely love this coin. And the reason why I absolutely love this coin is because Sami, Dollar Cost Crypto, who else? Crypto Coffee, and all the Hex Maxis fudded this project into existence. And the funny part about it is this project blew up in their face and slam dunked on them, did a 350x in the bear market. And now every time that project comes up, I bet you they get that like cringy feeling in the back of their spine because they were so wrong about this token. And let's do a quick screen share and let's see what's crack-a-lacking. Now, right around, I would say December 11th, ironically, this thing is numerology to a T. So we basically had a double bottom here, except this was a lower low, and then we had a trend reversal coming up here. And since then, we've been in a constant uptrend. Let me put it like right here. So we've been in this constant uptrend with Pedi. So we came up here. We tried to test this next matic. Bam. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Broke out again. Came back. Down, down, down. And then we came up to this next support line. Came up, tested, boom, off to the races. So we're sitting at 0.001329. Now, here's where things are going to get interesting with Pedi. So right now, it's absolutely ripping, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure if the 414 wallet address has some sort of trading bot going on. I think this just might be volume going through the Pulsechain because we're starting to see a lot more people jump in after the news that Richard Heart or the Hex SAC wallet was sending funds and buying up the token. Now, one thing that we're probably going to see, I don't know if it's going to be next week or maybe next month, we're going to start testing this all-time high. Now, what's important about this all-time high? So we're probably going to come up here to this resistance level. We're going to bounce down. Actually, no, excuse me. We're going to come up here. We're going to bounce down. We're probably going to have like 2 or 3, 4 hits. Then we're going to go up to the next level. 2 or 3, 4 hits. And then we're going to go up to this level. And then that's when things are going to get real in the field. Because when we hit that 0.0028 mark, that's when all eyes are going to be back on PDI. Now, when we start to initiate another breakout here, so I'm just going to draw you guys what I'm predicting. So it's going to probably come up here, and then boom. We go to the next level, down, 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 come up here, and then boom. And then it's probably going to come up a little bit, then come back down, retrace, then it's going to go like this, and then boom, up. So that's simply how it's going to go. It's not going to go to that pattern to a T, but I've been basically watching these charts because I basically spend all my time on the weekends looking at crypto. I don't go out. I don't have any friends, you know, all that good stuff. I'm just kidding. But long story, oh, that is not what we're looking for. So long story short, PDI is in a massive uptrend, and we're going to start to see this thing running. Now, some price levels that we need to be looking out for. The next major price level on PDI is going to be, so we'll get up to that 0.02, and then we're going to break the all-time high. Now, this is where things are going to get pretty crazy, is when we get up to about 1 penny right here. So this price level is the one level that everyone's eyes has to be on, because the moment this thing gets up to a penny, that's when we're going to start to see fireworks behind PDI. Because chances are, if you guys just look, and this is just me making predictions, it's probably going to come up here, and then come back down, a little bit of retracement, and then go like this, and then come up here, come back down, come up here, and then it's going to probably be stopping here. This is going to be one of the critical points behind PDI. Now, once we get to this point, that's when all eyes are going to be on PDI, and that's when things are going to go nuclear. I could be wrong here, but my prediction is if we get up to a penny, you're going to see a lot more people come in and a lot more people start speculating. And so from there, there's a good chance that we'll have it connect right here and then just basically have these vibrant price fluctuations just going to the upside up until we get to either 10 cents or $1. So the one thing I'm really looking at for PDI is when we hit that penny support, because that's when we're probably going to see all the FOMO come in, and that's when we're probably going to see that violent upside on PDI across the board. But overall, everything's looking pretty good. Shout out to everyone who bought in on the bottom. One thing I will say is, not financial advice, but if this is something you're interested in, you always want to dollar cost average in onto coins when they're going onto an upside, especially right around now that it's been confirmed that PDI is officially reaching an uptrend going on to the future. And so as of right now, we are sitting about a 1.1x. So we're saying about a 2x away from all-time highs. So if you were to get in right now, you could basically double your money, which is pretty cool. Now, here's the most interesting part about all this. If you guys go into the whole PDI pegging thing, if you come down here, Hodlnomics actually posted something really, really interesting. So the largest order in PDI history has just been booked, and it's been booked for $37,000. Somebody bought 330 million PDI tokens in speculation of the overall price performance of PDI. Now, the question is, will PDI hit this $1 level? We're not really sure, but we're starting to see some very immense speculation, especially since a whale jumped in at about 37K, which is absolutely awesome. Now, moving on, checking out Atropa. So Atropa and PDI are going to be locked together when it comes to the overall value and going up. Now, from my understanding, Atropa is somewhat of a multiplier bonus, but in reality, the prices are going to start to follow closer together as they continue to go up, up, and up, and up. Now, during this last run, we did see some price decorrelation between PDI and Atropa, where there was times where Atropa would pump more frequently than PDI. This might be a really, really great play if you're into swing trading or day trading, but in my opinion, because Atropa and PDI are so highly correlated, essentially owning one of them, you'll be pretty much good to go. And they're probably going to appreciate really well together. And this is another token you definitely want to keep your eye on, especially when we're going out into the future. Now, just taking a look at Atropa, let's look at the overall liquidity between Atropa and DAI. So DAI and Atropa has, holy cow, we're at 9.1 million liquidity between DAI and Atropa right now. Oh god, that is absolutely crazy. So basically, the reason why this is also important is I'm gonna bring up my handy dandy. I'm gonna draw you guys a nice little picture, like I always love to do for y'all. Now, basically, what's been going on since all the attention off of Atropa has been going away, we basically have this pair between, we'll call this Atropa, and then DAI. We'll say PDAI. So basically, in this liquidity pool, we've been having this red line is going to be trades. So people have been coming in, buying up Wrap Pulse, going into PDAI, and then trading into Atropa, and then maybe going into like tsfi and other tokens, so like tsfi and whatnot. And so these trades generate these fees, and with these fees, they've basically been building up this price level. And so here's like a chart, and then here's like the price of PDAI. So this price level is probably going up and then down, up and down, up and down, up and down, and it's just gradually increasing over time. That's the main functionality behind the Atropa ecosystem. And so the reason why we're looking at the liquidity is because the liquidity floor is slowly raising over time. And as the fees continue to build up in this burn liquidity pool, overall, that floor is going to continue to climb. And then once we start to get to higher prices in the PDAI threshold, the chances of having an astronomical drop on PDAI go lower and lower and lower because of that burnt liquidity. So definitely really, really good stuff. Now, let's see if we got any questions or anything that's going on right now. Cool. T Bizzle, sup, dude? First time catching you live. Keep up the great vids. Hey, shout out to you, T Bizzle. It's always good to see you, man. Thoughts on Freedom and Pulsechain. Okay. So Freedom was that new token that B Roots was talking about. All right, let's take a look at this thing. I saw all right, so this America First token. Okay, interesting. So let's take a look at this real quick. 367 market cap. How much did this thing go up already since B Root Shield? Okay, so this thing wicked up to about a 10x. I don't know if you guys can see that. So it wicked up to about 10x. It basically held a price floor at about 5x, and then now it's sitting at about a 4.5x. Yeah, so I really like the narrative behind this. You know, America First, America Freedom. Let's see if they got like a website. Okay, so America First is a digital currency launched on Pulsechain. Tokens aligned with Richard Heart. America First crypto is built on principles first freedom. Huh. Yeah, sorry guys. I haven't really researched this. I'm not sure if this is a meme coin or Freedom links. Interesting. Yeah, this definitely does. Okay, so tokenomics. So the total supply is 55 trillion. 1% all transactions. Tax paid as reflection to holders. Liquidity permanently burned. Whole 9 yards. Okay, so it looks like this is a meme coin with a 1% tax. I think it's not bad. It's definitely getting some market movement. Right now, I think the best time to probably get in, if you guys are interested, it'll probably be right now because it seems like they had its trace back and a bunch of people took profit after that massive wick there. And this might be a play. And right now, if you guys are paying attention into, you know, politics going on in America, there's a lot going on. So I definitely see the blended narrative. So overall, I do like it. It's only up a 5x right now, and the market cap is under $1 million, which is a huge plus. I typically like to get meme coins lower than 300K, maybe in like the 10 to 50K, because I'm all about those scratch off tickets. So overall, I do think it's a play. If it gets up to $1 million and I still haven't got in yet, I usually just stay back and I usually don't jump in at that point. So that's just me and that's what I do. You know. Cool. So, Pulsechain altcoin, thoughts on Trump chart, looking to DCA again. Trump chart. Yeah, somebody kept spamming my chat about Trump. I'm assuming this is going to be the Pulsechain Trump. Hold on, let me get some more water. Sorry guys. I got a little water. Okay, so Pulsechain Trump. Wow, that's not a bad looking chart if you guys are trying to look into this. I'm not sure. I don't know the dev behind this, so please tread carefully. But overall, I mean, there is an opportunity if this is at 118K. Did they have like a website and stuff? Yeah, I'm not really seeing much of a website. Is this, hey, let me know, is this Trump on Ethereum or Trump on Pulsechain? Oh, maybe it's Trump on Ethereum. That's probably the correct one. Woo! Okay, yeah. I probably want to go for the Trump on Pulsechain because that's a copy narrative. The one on Ethereum, man, that is pretty crazy. That thing is going nuclear. So here's the thing I will say. This thing went absolutely crazy, and there's a bunch of nuclear exponential candles. I'm not sure how this chart's going to perform going on to the future. So if it were me right now, I would probably wait for an opportunity when it dips down. The best time to get into a coin like this, and this is just from my experience, you're probably going to want to be looking somewhere right around in this area right here before we had this massive run up. I probably wouldn't have gone in and try to look at, let's see. I wonder if I could do a different color brush. Whatever. Yeah, so usually like if I see something like this right here, I probably would not try to get in right here. And so what I'm seeing right here is the same thing over here. So these areas are very difficult to get in. It could go up, but ultimately you want to wait for a nice retracement right down here before jumping in. So I think it's great narrative. I hope you guys, if you're in it, I hope you make money. But overall, until I see an opportunity, I usually don't jump into those types of things. Those are just my thoughts. Cool. Let's see. Let's freaking go. Great blaster stream. Hey, shout out to you, Willie B. Long. Always good to see you, my man. And sounds like you're 33. So hey, you're one of the preferred ones in the simulation, man. Crypto Street, Blast is also a great project. Yeah, let's say a Blaster real quick. I know you guys love Blaster. You know, the dev for Blaster is such a nice guy. He genuinely definitely means well. Okay, here we go. Look at this. All right, so Blaster is absolutely skyrocketing right now. We hit an all-time high. And right now we are retracing. So let's take a look. So we're down about 59x, and then from basically when B-Roots knee and shielded it, this thing went up about a 33x. Okay, so right now, if you guys are into meme coins, this is the opportunity I was talking about. On that Trump chart, I was basically saying that I keep saying I gotta stop saying So on the Trump chart, the one thing I was saying is that when you have an uptrend like right here or a massive uptrend right here, this is typically when I don't like to buy. But the best times to get in are going to be when you have a downtrend right here. So overall, we had a little bit of downtrend. It's trading sideways. In my opinion, this would be a great entry position, not financial advice, but this is the type of characteristics that I'm looking for when it comes to jumping in. So overall, Blaster is a great project, and even if you jump in, you do earn pulse reflections through their tax system. So it is a great opportunity. And when I was also talking to the dev of Blaster, they were hinting at some sort of fiat on-ramp through Blaster onto the Pulsechain. And so what he was talking about is basically you can take dollars from your bank account and convert it straight onto the Pulsechain. And so if that comes up and they're able to develop that technology, it's going to be a really, really great token to be in if that news event comes out anytime soon. So that's my overall thoughts on Blasto right now. Let's see what else we got here. Trump looks like a gym. Yes, sir. Rayo X, dang, 9.1 million liquidity. Gonna buy some more PTI then. Manta, the Freedom Pump all came from the same person over 15 minutes. That's shady. Yeah, that's typically what happens with a lot of meme coins on Pulsechain. So the thing I suggest is when you see that pump come up, wait for it to level out a little bit and then jump in once you start to see an opportunity and then get in then. Any thoughts on DripX and its capped inflation model? Okay, so I keep saying I gotta stop saying So here's the thing about Drip. I'll give you guys my honest thoughts. So I follow Forex Shark a lot. He's a big developer in the Drip ecosystem. And when I first got into Drip, it was awesome, dude. It was a party. Turns out a couple months later, Drip starts to go down and inflate out. Now, DripX is interesting because from my understanding, it has similar titanX fundamentals. And I think what gives DripX a huge advantage is there's a huge community behind Drip. There's a huge community around Animal Farm. And essentially, they have all the people to jump in. So I haven't jumped into DripX because I've been looking at a lot of other projects. But ultimately, I would pay attention to that project because when you look at the entire community and how many people are getting behind the project, that's what usually drives adoption. And when you have adoption like that, that's what causes green candles. So right now, I don't have any thoughts on DripX. I haven't really looked into the project, but because it's being community run, there's a good chance that it might be something well worth looking into. Freedom will drag Trump to around 500 to 600K. Are you talking about Trump on Ethereum? Check out the percentage dip from the last top to the bottom. Really bullish. Pulsechain. No, it's the one on Pulsechain. Oh, okay. So you're talking about the one on Pulsechain. Okay. All right. So let me do a screen share real quick. So you're talking about this one. Okay, so it did a 2.5x and it did wow. This thing absolutely went nuclear right off of launch. Yeah, this thing ripped pretty hard off of launch. Okay. So, I do think this project did have some awesome upside. Now, the problem I'm having with this coin on Pulsechain is the same problem I'm having with this one being on Ethereum. The one thing I always learned is when you have two narratives, when you have one narrative on two separate chains, the second narrative that comes after it doesn't rip as hard, but you can still make money in almost any single narrative. So overall, right now this token is in an uptrend. If it can maintain this support line and keep going up into the future, I think it could very well be the play. But overall, I do not think it's going to get as big as the Trump token on Ethereum. Maybe $1 million market cap, but I don't see this. I do not see this meme coin going absolutely bonkers, like up into way past the millions of dollars of market caps. And that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. So, let me know your thoughts down in the comments. So, Trump on Pulsechain. Trump on Pulsechain is the only Trump coin with massive liquidity bonding. All right, I might need to actually look at this. So, is there like a tax where it just pairs up the token? Is the Pulsechain one really worth an 800th of this one? Moon imminent, in my opinion. Trump on Pulsechain is the meta. It's bonded on Ethereum, Trump's, but also coins PTGC, Hex, A1A, Pulse, and PulseX. Oh, okay. So, you're saying that this one has liquidity pools between all these major. Okay, so someone set up a liquidity pool between all those tokens, burnt the liquidity so that it creates a price floor. Okay, well, Well, then that actually makes me a little bit more bullish than if that's the case. I have not looked into this token, so I'm definitely going to look into it later on. Richard Heart latest tweet regarding EDI being bridged over might be a PDI hint. Okay, so let's talk about this tweet about Richard Heart. Let's see. Is it? All right. So here's the big rumor right now. If you guys come over here and you see 414. So a lot of people saw him post this up here and they thought this was a reference to the 414 wallet address. I'm not really sure if this is the case or whatnot, but it's pretty crazy that the price of PulseX when he took this screenshot was 414 at the time of this tweet, which is absolutely insane. And I'm pretty sure everyone's going pretty crazy. I know Hallnomics tweeted that out, so I don't know if that's a sign or if it's a nothing burger, but it's pretty crazy. So, okay, it looks like Pulsechain Trump is the play. All right. I guess you guys like it. P's in. What entry would you pick Trump on Pulse at? Website almost done, and then the DEX tools trying to get in before all that. I'm not really sure. I don't know. I don't really know anything about this token until you guys came in and started telling me about it. So I'm gonna do my research on it, and I'm interested with that liquidity pool bonding and seeing what that utility is. And if that's the case, man, I think you guys potentially have a slam dunk there. Cool. So now let's just keep it moving real quick. Let's see, any more questions? Cool. All right. Now let's just keep it moving. We just got into some other meme coins. The next thing we need to talk about is BFF. All you guys are my BFFs at the end of the day. I love all you guys. This is why I love to live stream. Now, if you guys caught my past live stream, BFF is absolutely ripping to the upside. This was one of the 414 wallet tokens that launched it's actually been out for a minute. Yeah, it basically was launched right around Thanksgiving. And the thing is absolutely ripping to the upside right now. Now, here's the theory. If BFF hits $8,000, and I brought Zach on live stream. Shout out to Zach. Hey, Zach, if you're in the chat, man, shout out to you, dude. You're my homie. I hope everything's well. And so, basically, if you were one of the first ones to initially get in, I think there's about 777 tokens. Then you can take your tokens paired up with any Pulsechain altcoin project. And then I think this BFF token is going to have built liquidity pools behind it. Now, from that conversation I had with Zach, let me do another Picasso. This is basically what's happening with BFF. And so basically, if you guys come over here, and I'm just going to draw this out. So we have BFF. And we have a main pairing called No Nuke. And I'm not going to actually try to draw out the symbols for that. So we'll just do No Nuke. So we do one pairing right here and one pairing right here. So right here, this is an LP. So it's a liquidity pair. So basically it's two tokens trading side by side. Now, there's another pairing right here called BFF and Wrap Pulse. This LP is extremely small. I think it's only like it's like 10K or something like that. So most of the smaller guys have been actually entering through Wrap Pulse to BFF to purchase the BFF, but they've just been doing small amounts to build it up. Now what happens is when people enter to BFF, it passes on the funds down to No Nuke, and then No Nuke spreads across the Atropa ecosystem. And so from my understanding, I think the levels go from, so we have Wrap Pulse, and then it goes down to DAI, and then you swap in from DAI to Atropa, and then from Atropa, you go down to tsfi, and then from tsfi, you go down to No Nuke. And then from No Nuke, you're basically going to go straight into BFF. Now, this path that I showed you guys, it's basically the token swapping path. There's only about 11K in liquidity right here, and then right here, I think there's something like it's like 300K. I need to look at it real quick. Oh wait, no, it's right here, 12K. So I was off by 1K. Now this path that I just showed you guys right here, in order for you to buy BFF with a large amount of money, you have to go from Rat Pulse to PDI. Let me put a P right here. I'm gonna do red. My OCD's killing me right now if I don't do red. So you need to basically go from Rat Pulse straight to PDI. You swap from PDI to Atropa, from Atropa to TSFI, from TSFI to No Nuke, and then from No Nuke to BFF. So when we look at the Atropa ecosystem, Atropa is going to be level 1. This is level 1. TSFI, level 2. No Nuke, level 3. Actually, hold on. My bad. I screwed this up. I'm trying to make sure it matches my last live stream. So PDI is going to be our level 1. Tropa, level 2. TFI, level 3. No Nuke, level 4. And then BFF is level 5. Now, if you guys look at this diagram, if you look at, for example, let's just say Atropa. In addition to Atropa being connected to TSFI, Atropa is also connected to like Down. It's another big one. And also I think it's connected to Bear, so Teddy Bear. So basically the list goes on and on and on. And if you guys just take a look at this chart, it comes down like a pyramid, kind of like this, where PDI is going to be the top of this pyramid. And each of these little blocks on this pyramid, so you got like a little pyramid right here coming across, and then you're just going to have these little blocks all the way up. And so each of these little blocks are going to be tokens and what they're paired up to. So for example, with PDI being at the top, this block is probably going to be like Atropa. And then the next block below it is going to be TSFI. And so this final block that we're trying to build out right now, which is going to be right here, this is going to be BFF. So it's the Atropa pyramid, and PDI sits at the top. Now, the main purpose of this pyramid is when you swap in and out of PDI, you have price fluctuations, and all the money goes and drops down into these other tokens, and it's basically locked inside this pyramid. And so what BFF is doing is it's building out this lower level. And the reason why there's such a huge push to put BFF up to $8,000 is so that once it's there, more tokens can be launched and build out the final missing blocks to this pyramid. Because when you have this lower level liquidity pool, it actually allows for more money to get pumped into this pyramid to add price stability to PDI overall. And so when we start to see the volume in Pulsechain to increase over time, that's when we're going to start to see a lot of these tokens and their burn LPs grow. And that's what's going to back the overall value of PDI so that people can swap in and out of PDI and still have some sort of value. So it's absolutely brilliant. The only thing that kind of sucks about this process is if you want to buy a bunch of BFF, you essentially have to go through this route and swap through every single one of these tokens. So Rat Pulse, PDI, Atropa, TSFI, No Nuke, and then BFF. So that's basically what's going on right here. Now, when I was told about it, I decided, okay, I'm gonna do a gamble real quick. I'm gonna see what's up. I'm going to come in here, see what's up, and see how the token gets going. So basically, when I saw this thing popped, I jumped into BFF and I tweeted about it was like right about here before it had that crazy run up. And then since then, it had to have been 90. It was $90 so I got in. No. It was $50. I'm sorry. I got in at $50 bucks. No, you guys are right. $90. Yeah. I was trying to remember. Yeah, so basically I jumped in right about here. And then since then, the thing absolutely has been going nuclear and up and to the right. So right now, we've reached about, I saw one that was about 6,500. Let me check this other LP. I'm pretty sure this one wicked up to 6,500. All right, let's get out of the log real quick. Okay, never mind. It got up to 6,200. But regardless, right now this thing's absolutely running. I do think that this will reach the $8,000 mark, and when that happens, I'm not really sure what's going to happen. Some people are saying that this could potentially get up to $40,000 a token, or maybe this thing could get up to God knows what, or maybe it'll drop down. I'm not really sure. But one thing Zach was telling me that this thing could absolutely start pumping through the 4-on-4 wallet addresses, the massive speculation. So overall, I absolutely love BFF. A lot of people have been jumping in. Everyone's winning. It hasn't done anything sketchy, and this thing has been out since about basically November 5th of 23, not Thanksgiving. So definitely a really cool token, something you want to keep your eye on. So good stuff. All right, let's see any questions, man. I'm just lagging behind. Willie Be Long, enjoy Costa, buddy. Surfs up. Yes, sir. Hey, I appreciate you, man. Good stuff. Good to see you. Slow down saying, we'll stop. Rayo X, T-Drip, Treasury Bills, and Pulsechain. Best entry right now. T-Drip, Treasury Bills. Man, is that Pulsetrip? I need to look at that. I'm thinking 4 million min by March. Are we talking about, which coin are we talking about? DripX is a titanX clone. I'm participating. Get you some WDrip before DripX launch. Okay. Yeah, I'll probably participate. I'm a little sketched out about the clones. So if it is a titanX clone, I'm not sure how this narrative will run. But typically a lot of the projects that have a lot of hype in the beginning, they do really well. So I'll give you that. What's up, Tin Top? Good to see you. Peace Buff. I brought Blast yesterday. Yes, sir. Will it be long? Moon Gang represent. Heck yeah. Peace Puffs. What's up, Goo God? Shout out to my man. Yes, we're about to talk about Alien. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you, my man. Hey, when you guys get a chance, check out my homie Goo God on Twitter. Absolute DGen. Love that dude. Shout out to you, man. Ben Jane, are you familiar with Warren Finance on Pulse? Yes, I am. So Warren Finance has a partnership with SparkSwap and AJ. I really like AJ. I've spoken to AJ. He's a phenomenal developer, and he's overall a really good dude. So I do think SparkSwap's gonna be a big play. Now, as for Warren Finance, I think that has something to do with what we saw with Carol Finance. And if I recall, Carol Finance had a major exploit on Base. So I'm not sure if we did a different approach, but ultimately what Warren Finance is, it's a yield farm. So if you want to go in there, earn yield off of tokens, and make a quick buck, that might be the play. I haven't really been doing much yield farming. I've been mostly meme coin trading, believe it or not. I did a little meme coin trading on SWI. I don't know if you guys saw the SWI cone token, but the thing absolutely went bananas. So I definitely need to jump into some more of this Pulsechain stuff. So, man, I need to write this stuff down. You guys got a lot of projects for me. I need to catch up on some of the stuff. So we got that one coin, we got Warren, and then we got DripX. So okay, so I'm gonna research it. I got my black book. That's what I use. That's what I use for research. Now, let's get into all the good stuff. Let's talk about PTGC. Now, if you guys were following my live streams, I'll show you right where I shilled PTGC. So I started talking about PTGC when I was right about here. And since then, let's see. And since then, PTGC has done about a 50x. Oh, man. You can't make this stuff up, man. 50x. That is crazy. So overall on the chart, we had an inverse head and shoulders. started down, and then we had a little bit of we had a cup and handle form, and then we're going off to the firmament, which is absolutely awesome. Now, the reason why we're seeing this slow PTGC pump, it has a lot to do with the liquidity pools. PTGC is paired with Pedi, Atropa, I think Hex. Let's see where else it's paired up with. So we had DAI, we have Hex, we got PulseX, we got Atropa, we have tsfi, and then, we also have, I think that's USDC, the forked over, and then we have Wrap BTC. So overall, PTGC has a bunch of LPs being paired up. Now, the reason why it's slowly moving is because money's moving in and out of these pairs, and it's going back into the main PTGC pair on version 1, which has over $513,000 worth of liquidity, and this thing's slowly rolling. Now, what I predict for PTGC is that this is sitting at a $7.9 million market cap. This thing can very well hit a $100 million market cap, and there's very well a good chance that it could be one of the few coins to start flirting with that $1 billion market cap range. So in my opinion, I think PTGC is an absolute sleeper. On top of that, it's a token tax system, so you can set up a stake, you can earn yield off of the buy and sells. Part of the tokens are burnt, the DAO, and there's also DAO wallet addresses taking all the Wrap Pulse and setting up crucial LPs between PTGC. Now, if we come over to PTGC, we look at the burn TGC graph. This is the price floor of how many tokens have been burned across the entire ecosystem. Now, when the pump started, we started to see this exponential rise, and now it's starting to flatline across the board. And the reason why this is important is because you can see that there is a price level with PTGC that's gradually going up over time. Now, since then, we had over 8.38% of the PTGC supply burnt, and the projected burn supply at this rate is going to be about 22%. I don't know if that's going to be necessarily true, but dang, 22%. And the overall dollar amount of PTGC burn is about $750,000, which is absolutely crazy. And we just take a look at this supply. 19% of the supply is held. 6% of the supply is in a liquidity pool. 31% is staked, and then 35% is in a time lock stake. So in reality, we got about 19% of the supply that's in wallets just sitting there holding, building up over time. Awesome. Now, I talk about PTGC, and a lot of people are like, dang, Kris, did I miss out on PTGC? I don't think you missed out on PTGC because I do think it has that $100 million to $1 billion upside. We'll probably hit a market cap somewhere in between that. Now, I have a leverage play on PTGC that you guys are going to love. If you miss out on PTGC, not a big deal. In my opinion, there's a token that's going to be following a similar narrative that is also within the PTGC ecosystem that's also been mooning. And the name of that token is Alien. Oh, I need to share the screen. The name of that token is Alien. Now, if you guys have been following my channel, I've been talking about Alien a lot. Alien is basically a reflections token. On every buy and sell, I believe there's a 5% tax, and basically 0.5% is going to be given to you in PTGC and all the multiplier tokens across PTGC. So you have the 808, you have the burn, the liquidity token, and that's on buys and sells. A portion of it sets up an LP between Wrap Pulse and Alien, and also another portion sets up a LP between Alien and PTGC. I need to get that chart. I completely forgot what the chart is, but ultimately it is a reflections token. And since we started to have a little bit of a massive dip, so this thing dipped down about 83%, and we started seeing a price floor right here. And one thing I've been monitoring is there's been a whale that's been buying up PTGC like crazy, and I think that same whale is starting to buy up Alien as crazy as well. So right now we're at a 46K liquidity, and this has a tiny market cap, $237,000, which is absolutely insane. So ultimately, in my opinion, when we start to see PTGC pump, we're going to see Alien pump. And the main reason why I say that is because if we come over here to Alien, there's going to be this thick PTGC pool behind it, which is about 21K. And since Alien has a smaller market cap compared to PTGC, that's where you're going to see these arbitrage opportunities between Alien and PTGC. So in my opinion, I think this token is an absolute sleeper. And as PTGC continues to climb, we're going to see Alien climb as well. And what I'm starting to see is a lot of people are going into the multiplier tokens like Alien, 808, Liquidity, Burn. Let me see. Like, for example, another one is Burn. This is a another multiplier token. Let me see. Was it Burn, PTGC? Yeah. So this is like the buy and burn token. This is another token that does something similar to Alien. This thing's absolutely running right now, which is crazy. It's starting to bottom out and go. Same thing with another token. It's called 808. So like all these tokens I'm showing you, there's a tax system on them, but essentially what they do is they set up a thick LP between that token and PTGC, and it creates an arbitrage opportunity so that bots will trade in and out of this tokens against PTGC. And so what that does is it burns more PTGC and runs the floor up. But the one thing I like about these tokens is they're great leverage plays on PTGC. Now, we have the burn, we have the 808 token, and then there's a couple other ones. But in my opinion, the number one leverage play against PTGC is going to be this Alien token. So definitely really great stuff. I do see this token having a really great upside. I wouldn't be surprised. Well, I do think we're going to hit the $1 million market cap range, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this at a $10 million market cap and maybe even somewhere between $30 and $50 million market cap. On top of that, there's a really great community forming around it, and I'm overall bullish on Alien. So awesome token. I think you guys should check it out. Let's see if we got any more questions or anything. So so GooGod said the same wallet spent $3K on Alien today. Alien is the ultimate amplifier token that is fully autonomous, 84K in LP across all pairs, 45K of that is burn LP. So I do see Alien having very similar pump middles to PTGC, especially with that burn LP that GooGod was talking about. So awesome. All right, now let me start running through a little bit more stuff. Gosh, I gotta stop saying So now the next thing we need to talk about, altcoins on Pulsechain that could potentially do 100x. That's probably the reason why you watch this video. I'm not clickbaiting you guys, even though I do clickbait a lot. I will admit it. Most of these guys won't. There's one project that I've seen form a really great community. A lot of people have been getting into this project at the ground floor, and I heard some news about a lot of people in the community that are extremely scared of taking yield off of their stakes. And if you guys have been paying attention to politics, this specific community actually wasn't necessarily brought up in politics, but it has to do with the geographic location behind it. And the name of this community is the Texan token. I've spoken about Texan token before. I've had Rags to Riches on my YouTube channel 2 or 3 times. Now, the reason why I'm really starting to like Texan token is not only is it a staking token, but it's a DAO governance token. It is a endowment token. So essentially, it does a lot of charity, for Texas, and the main thing that they're aiming for is to create a free and independent state of Texas that is away from the United States and all the political stuff aside. So I'm not going to get into the political stuff because there's a good chance I'll get kicked off of YouTube. But long story short, I talked to a few people, and I've been seeing a really great community form around this Texan token. And a majority of the whales that are in the Texan token are extremely benevolent. They're really, really nice dudes. And the one thing that I'm seeing is this token is starting to skyrocket and the floor is starting to get lifted up. So this token has bottomed out right around 5 zeros and 2.5. And since then, it's been going up about a 2x. So in my opinion, what's probably going to happen is, if you guys have been paying attention to the news, there's going to be a lot of web search over the state of Texas. And when we start to see this narrative about Texas being a free and independent state, there's very well a good chance that we're going to see a lot of Texan tokens pop up on the Ethereum blockchain, the Binance Smart Chain, all these other blockchains in attempt to create some sort of token that's going to be backing the entire state of Texas. Now, what I really like about the Texan token is this thing's been around for almost 2 years now. And I really do firmly believe that when this narrative comes across that Texas is trying to become a free and independent state, that's going to translate onto the Pulsechain, and we're going to see some pretty vicious pumps. So I did take a small position into Texan. I do see this token ripping up, maybe potentially doing anywhere between a 50x to 150x. I do know that a lot of guys who got on the ground floor, they're really nice guys. They're benevolent. They're not the type of dudes that are just going to completely dump on your face. And that's part of the main reason why I think this token is going to do extremely well. So Texan token is without a doubt a 100x gem. I got my eye on it. I got some skin in the game. I'm pretty excited. And also, if we come over here too, if you check out their Twitter page, they accumulate about 4,000 followers. Brandon and I think it was Crypto Heartbeat. They're basically the faces behind the Texan token. These two guys have really been building a community, and they've been doing a lot of really great partnerships with other projects on the blockchain. Internet Money is actually issuing a buy and burn on the Texan token. And so overall, I do firmly believe this token could be another 100x gem. So leave a comment down below. Let me know if you're bullish on Texan token, or let me know what other token you're bullish on. Now, the next one I want to talk about, as most of you guys know, crypto wallets are the main entry onto the blockchain. In my opinion, when it comes to interoperability, we're going to start off with this like blockchain internet, and then interoperability is going to slowly transform to the wallet level. Based off of everything I've researched and I looked at in cryptocurrency, the most important utility in this space is going to be crypto wallets, because that's how you can control people's investments. And it's also the difference between being controlled by a corporation and free to live on the blockchain. Because one thing that we're seeing is MetaMask has some degree of centralization, and some of these wallets do have some sort of backdoor access, which really sketched me out. And also Ledger Live, they actually have a paid subscription where they keep your keys, and long story short, there's a good chance that if you get subpoenaed, they have to give up the keys to your wallet if you're in some sort of legal matter. So I don't trust these wallets, but there is one wallet I do trust. They have been continued to build and develop on the Pulsechain. The code is open source. They have a tokens where you actually earn the revenue generated through this wallet. And the name of this wallet is the Internet Money Wallet. And so I've covered Internet Money multiple times on my past live streams. And this is a project I've actually been in for a minute, because I do firmly believe that Pulsechain needs its own native wallet. Brother KG, phenomenal guy, down to earth. I said again. He's been doing a lot of really great stuff when he's trying to build up his blockchain wallet on the Pulsechain. Now, some things that he's been doing since then, he's been going on the Ethereum blockchain, he's been going BNB, he's been going on Matic. So there's multiple time tokens on each of these blockchains. And essentially how it works is if you own the token, you basically get to earn Pulsechain as passive income. And that Pulsechain that comes into your wallet are fees that are paid through the Internet Money Wallet passed along to you. Believe it or not, every time you use your MetaMask wallet, you pay a fee on that wallet that's sent directly to MetaMask. That's how they make their money. That's how Ledger makes their money. That's how all these big wallet holders, even Rabi Wallet or whatever, makes their money. So overall, I like Time. I think Time has the potential to do anywhere between 100 to 500x, because there's such a big need for a decentralized wallet on Pulsechain. And then also on top of that, if you guys been following Time, this thing ripped up recently. It did a 3x from the bottom, and it's actually in a pretty big uptrend. And it looks like it's in a, if I recall, that looks like a bull flag, right? So we're coming up here. Yeah, so that's actually a really bullish trend. It looks like it's trying to test this line, and it might break out soon to the upside. So that makes me even more bullish. So it's probably going to do something like this. It's going to come up down here. And then boom, and then probably break up a little bit. So overall, I really do like Time. I do think Time and Texan token are two tokens nobody's talking about on the Pulsechain. Everyone's in the meme coin stuff. I like to have a few utility coins plays in my back pocket, and there's a good chance that when these tokens skyrocket, a lot of you guys are going to be caught by surprise, and it's part of the reason why I decided to jump in, because nobody's talking about it. So those are your 200x altcoin gems. Now let's take a look at the chat and see what else we got going on. Cool. So let's see. All right, so good. We got some H-bar talk, good stuff. Dude, look at Trump. Oh, wow, massive buys just came in. All right, I'll look at Trump one more time. Oh, yeah, it did. Look at this. Massive buy did come in. Wow. So it looks like somebody did come in. Look like we're forming a little bit of cup and handle. So, dang, this thing just popped up like 64x. So cool. Yeah, I'll do some research on the token. Since they're doing those LP pairs, I'm definitely interested. Now, we're getting towards the end of this live stream. There's a few other things I want to talk about. This is going to go a little bit longer, but this is an extremely important thing I want to get across. As most of you guys know, there are PRC20 token copies right at the Pulsechain launch that were basically forked from Ethereum onto the Pulsechain. A lot of these mainstream hex maxis are telling you guys they're not plays, and I don't believe them whatsoever, because essentially I've been inverse trading all the stuff they say, and I've been absolutely killing it. I did with PDI, I did with PTGC, I did it with pretty much any coin they FUD, and it's basically blown up in their face. Now, something interesting that I want to bring up to you guys. When Pulsechain starts pumping, we're going to see meme coins do well. We're going to see these altcoins do well, but we're also going to see PRC20 tokens do well. Now, the question you guys might be asking yourself, which PRC20 token should I get into, Kris? What should I buy? Number one, I'm not going to tell you what to buy because I'm not a financial advisor. But number two, your boy Kris got some awesome research for you about which PRC20s could potentially be awesome projects to look at into the future. Now, if you guys saw my last live stream, I talked a little bit about this 282 wallet address. Now, if you guys come into this wallet address, I'm going to scroll all the way down just one time. I want to show you guys this. This wallet address has been active since the launch of Pulsechain. And when I say the launch of Pulsechain, the launch of Pulsechain was actually on May 12th. May 13th, it was actually announced to the public. And so the speculation behind this specific wallet address is that this could have potentially been a wallet address tied to Richard Heart. I'm not saying it is. I'm not saying it's not, yada, yada, yada. But if we just look at the straight facts, this is one of the few wallet addresses that was active before Pulsechain was announced to the public. And I'll show you guys right now, just so that when someone comes in and tells me that I'm making stuff up, I can prove it to you guys and you see it on video. So let's, come on. One more. All right, here we go. We're almost here. We're on May 23rd. May 23rd. May 23rd. Come on. All right, if this thing keeps going, I might just give up on it. Nope, no, I'm definitely not going to give up on it because I need to show you guys that this was accessed on May 12th. All right, so if I do a quick zoom in here. So right here. May 12th, 2023 was when this wallet was accessed. And so that's the big point I'm trying to get across is whoever is accessing this wallet has some sort of connection to the entire Pulsechain network. Maybe it was a developer. Maybe it was Richard Heart himself. I'm not really sure. I'm not going to speculate on it. But there's information that you can pull out of this wallet, and it revolves around the PRC20 tokens. So if I go in here and I look at some of the holdings, this wallet has a boatload of RAT BTC. We're talking about $2 million worth of RAT BTC, and the amount is sitting at about 32,671. So RAT BTC might be a pretty good play because, number one, a majority of it's in this wallet. Number two, I have yet to see this wallet address make any massive sells. All it's been doing is setting up LPs between these PRC20s. And then we got a couple other ones, USDC and RapDETH and yada, yada, yada. So I'm not going to go through all that. And then we have Uniswap. Now, if we look at the PulseX pairings, the main ones we have is between DAI bridged over from Ethereum, Hex, Wrapped ETH, just the main pairs that we need to have on Pulsechain. But something interesting that I see right here, if we just zoom in real quick, the pairing on this specific wallet has a bunch of maker in this wallet address, and it's about $145,000 worth of maker and Pulse paired up. The next one is USDC fork, and then USDT fork, and then we have the Shiba Inu Pulse fork, which is 76,000, and then yeah, let me make sure. Yeah, these are all forked ones. Yeah, okay, so this is all forked ones. Yeah, and then we have Bit, and then Ben, and then Sushi. So basically, the main point I'm trying to get across is if you're looking at safe PRC20 bets that could do really, really well, number one is going to be PDAI. Number two is probably going to be Wrap BTC. And then number three, I would probably take a look at that maker token because there's a good chance that this could hit parity with its maker counterpart on Ethereum. Also, on top of that, there's a strong narrative to see USDT and also USDC reach parity on the Pulsechain. So these two could also be a great play. And then Shiba Inu. I wouldn't necessarily think that Shiba Inu is going to, well, Shiba Inu is probably going to do well this market. It's not going to do like a 10,000x or whatnot. But the main thing about this Shiba Inu fork is the real question is, can this thing hit parity? And whoever is owning this wallet, there's over $76,000 worth of Shiba Inu in this wallet, and it's paired up with Pulse. So there's a thick LP between these tokens, which makes me even more bullish. So I would definitely be looking at Shiba Inu. I'll be honest with you. You can look at Nexio. Another one would probably be SushiSwap, because SushiSwap might add interoperability to Pulsechain. And then the next one I was also looking at is Creo and Phantom. So Creo, I've been seeing a huge community form around it, and there's a huge thing about getting Creo from Pulsechain listed on crypto.com. So I really like that narrative, so I'll be looking at that. And then Phantom's also another big one because Corey Casa has covered it. So overall, to answer you guys' question, if you're going to be going in on these PRC20s, you want to go for the ones with a very thick liquidity pool so you can get in and out of the token. And also, if Pulse pumps, it's absolutely going to skyrocket the token price. And so, without a doubt, if I come over here to Maker, if Pulse were to do a 10x, this thing is going to be worth $1 million, around $1 million. If Pulse were to do 100x, this LP is probably going to be worth right around $10 million. So you guys see how this can get pretty crazy really, really quick. And this is the type of wallet you want to be looking at. On top of that, this wallet is also connected to another wallet on Pulsechain. So if you guys saw my last live stream, a lot of the LPs from that wallet were also sent over to this one, which has $150,000 worth of assets. Now, this one has a specific PDAI pairing between PDAI and Wrap Pulse. But the next big one that they also have is the Alluvium fork right here. And so there might be a narrative that Alluvium on Pulsechain could potentially hit parity with its Alluvium counterpart on Ethereum. So I'm definitely bullish on this one, especially since it's also a gaming studio token, and that entire community is crazy when it comes to gaming. So I do see a really great narrative right here as well. And ultimately, there's Ka. I don't know too much about Ka. It's like a decentralized Twitter, and I don't know anything about Kishu. So overall, the question is what PRC20 to be looking at, and I would base it off of the holdings in these wallet address. So my top five, besides PDAI and Wrap BTC, I'd probably go with Maker, USDC, Shiba, Sushi, and then the last one I would definitely be looking at Alluvium, not financial advice. So definitely awesome stuff. Let's see if we got any more questions in the chat. See what's going on. Yo, what's up, Orion? Good to see you. Frosty Dog, good to see you. Yo, what's up, Coach X? It's good to see you, my man. Always good to see you. Dang, you guys are just degens in the chat, man. A lot of meme coin talks. All right, fine. Since there's so many degens in the chat, I'll leave my last thing for best. My last point across for all of you. So, on top of what we're seeing with a lot of these PRC20 tokens, There's a narrative that a lot of them are going to hit parity, but also there is opportunity with some of these PRC20 tokens that don't have any liquidity whatsoever. One thing that I've seen is there have been some people slowly adding liquidity to a lot of these tokens that have died. And I'll give you a great example. One of these tokens that absolutely went into the ground was RapTau. So RapTau is basically a PRC20 token. I mean, that was copied over from its ERC20 token counterpart. And one thing that I was seeing is some people are actually trying to set up a thick Rap Pulse pool between RapTau, but it hasn't gotten big enough because there hasn't been like enough money, or I don't know what's going on. But ultimately, what I'm seeing right now is a lot of people are going for the most popular ERC20s, and they're trying to add liquidity behind their PRC20 counterparts, because we're going to start to see this parity thesis play across the Pulsechain to the Ethereum blockchain. Now, what's interesting about RapTau is there's only about 36,858 of these tokens in existence. If we come over here to the actual RapTau on Ethereum, this is 123,523 tokens. Now, what RapTau is, it's an AI blockchain. This is the bridged over token from Tau to Ethereum, so that if you're on Ethereum, you can buy up the token and then basically swap back into the Tau blockchain. When Pulsechain launched, this contract code was actually copied over to the Pulsechain, and it's the wrapped version. Now, what I'm starting to see is if you guys have a favorite ERC20 that you think is going to do well on Ethereum, there's a good chance it will do well on Pulsechain. And what's a really great strategy is if you can get your hands on like tokens such as maybe RapTau, Alluvium, or just any popular ERC20 that was copied before the right around the Pulsechain fork, there's a good chance that you could potentially reach a whale position and build it right up. As of right now, I've been experimenting with this a little bit. I'm not sure what token I want to bring back, but I do want to do something. I saw, I think Spooky do one with the CRO token, and I don't know, I might do something with RapTau or whatnot. But overall, I think the main point I'm trying to get across is with these PRC20 tokens, there are ones that are slam dunks, and then there's ones that are going to be sleepers that are dead at zero, that if you add Rap Pulse and you set up some sort of liquidity pool behind, there could be a potential that this thing could do anywhere between a 10-50x. But a lot of that revolves around whether the community is going to put the time and effort into it. And so in my opinion, there are those plays, and if you do the research and you look for it and you want to be degen, go for it. But like I said, not financial advice. So awesome, guys. Let's see if we have any more questions, and I think I want to wrap up the stream after that. So cool. Awesome. All right, guys. Well, like I said, that's it for the stream. Cover a lot of information. You guys got any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down in the chat, and consider subscribing, hitting the like button on the video, and please check us out on Twitter. And like I said, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Peace out, y'all.